This is what the trains, they put on the tracks, if it's foggy or whatever, the trackmen are working, they need some notice. And they put these detonators, I don't know, 50 metres away, and bang, you know, goes off. And
you're learning something new every day,
yeah.
Wow.
And we got hold of all of it. We even had a train key. Thought about joyriding a central line.
Really?
It didn't happen. Thank you, because I don't know how that would have turned out.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like it.
No. Serious. I mean, and we were like up for it. But,
yeah, didn't think anything worse of it. Just like, yeah, we'll do that.
yeah, when you're young and you're just dumb and you don't give a, flying Clark.
Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
Street Culture TV.
Instagram UK Frontline.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Here we go. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Killa Kela podcast, live and direct, central London, or as central as you could be, want to be, try to be, how very dare you go anywhere else. Okay, people, our sponsors, the mighty GK Nifty Heads of 10,000 play-to-earn Graph Punks NFTs to give away. Get ready as London's white trash goes blockchain digital with Bitcoin Cash tokens locked into them to claim. Get yourselves over to the website gkniftyheads.com and play to earn now. Big shout out to Sherricks and Carers inside the house. We have a very, very good friend of mine. Took him a while to be here when he got here. He's from East West. He does it the best. CBM, RCS, Fret in the building.
Lyric. This is as central as you can get, my man.
It really is as central as you could get, isn't it? How you been?
All right, mate.
Yeah?
All right, yeah, pretty good.
Been looking after yourself?
Yeah, bearing in mind the state of the world,
Yeah.
doing all right, mate. I can't complain. Gratitude.
It's
all
a bit
around.
crazy out there,
All
isn't it?
around. Yeah, I just try not to think about it.
Yeah.
Overthinking will kill your peace.
Kill your peace, yeah, it's true.
It will. Bloody will.
A lot of people
So,
don't, they get immerse themselves so much with the stress and strains of things that aren't even anything to do with them.
It's just long. Yeah, it's long.
It is
But
long.
it's hard to, it's easy to say turn off and
Yeah.
try not to overthink shit, but writers especially, we're a special breed.
Prone to kind of thinking a lot.
Yes, ADHD, but when I started, there weren't no ADHD or bipolar.
Yeah.
Or,
These
you're
buzzwords.
even mad. Yeah, you're even mad, or you were just a weirdo. So let's start at the beginning.
We're getting straight into this. We've been messing about.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, right? So, without further ado, we do have a notepad of nothing but pure
That's
goodness. You know what I mean? Courtesy the Fret
Goodness
Man.
and badness.
That's right,
but
that's right.
It's all nest.
That's it. Where did it all begin, bruv?
It began. I was brought up around Hackney in Islington. Obviously, seeing names out. My paper round actually. Subway Art came out in '86. The Bible.
Yes. The Bible.
The Bible.
You know, you know.
It's just like, I want to do this. Bopping up the Holloway Road, just seeing, Sub, Shutu, Drax, just all them boys.
The Dons, the Kings.
Mace. Yeah. All them cats form.
Wow.
Keep 108.
Wow.
Just proper.
Yeah.
Proper. And XL always stood out because he used to, on the escalator, obviously used to do it backwards with a 30mm at Highbury and Islington Station. Because I used to have to go there for school every morning. I just remember his 30mm reaches, and he obviously did it backwards. So, yeah, because the escalator's going up.
Of course.
Mental.
Whoa, man, the things you don't think when looking.
No.
mad.
But,
big up
yeah,
XL.
so I'd be on my paper and I'd take, a can of paint out with me, and I'd bomb up my stupid name, and I'd crew Bad Boys. I mean, this was early.
So this was your own name, your real name.
Yeah. But shortened,
Yeah.
and you'd never know. But Yeah, and yeah, getting up on my paper round, that progressed to my mate over the road, Meek, later to be RCS.
Nice, big
But
up, mate.
yeah, he introduced me to Knock One, who is
Yeah.
Ink 182.
Yeah, come
Hail
on.
up yourself, mate,
Yeah,
if you're listening.
mad.
Hope you're all right.
Mm.
And I did my first trackside with them two on the North London line, which used to run from Stratford to Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
And tiny little line. I think there were 2 carriages.
Really?
Trains. Yeah.
Wow.
Tiny little things.
They're different now, boy. That's the overground nowadays. That's the overground, right?
Exactly. There's a little yard at Stratford. But that was my first trackside. I can't lie, I was shitting it. Even though the trains only come about once every 15 minutes at the time.
How old were you at that point?
I'd been about 13.
13 years old.
Yeah. Like Equid said, moving through Bramble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You get used to that. There is a way. But, so, ended up moving to Woodford. My sister was on the way. Another addition to the family. House was too small. We moved to Woodford. And I'm like, God, where's this bumpkin place? You know? Zone 4, but I mean, it even sounds bumpkin, you know?
Yeah, Woodford, yeah.
Yeah, roll up. First thing I noticed, there's a yard there, a six yard layup. 6 train layup. And I walked down the subway and it was just battered. But not just battered, but
Battered.
nicely battered.
Right.
With some style, you know. Drop One, Cater, Corpa, my man.
Wow.
Big up Nick, Ebbs,
Hey.
yeah, man. Co, Elate, Daub,
Wow.
SR1, yeah, some big
Some
names.
big names, yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to make you say, well, this ain't so bumpkin after all.
Oh, it was, you know, 'cause it's a hub.
Yeah.
Woodford is like, all right, you got the yard there. 2 stops up, you got Loughton.
Yeah.
4 stops along on the shuttle, you got Hainault. 39 trains in Hainault alone. 11 in Loughton, 6 in Woodford.
Wow.
And then Barking was a bus ride away because none of us were driving at the time. You know, we were way too young. But, so, yeah, I had to change schools because all that travelling into city from Woodford every day, not cool. So, yeah, I used to go to Westminster City and, yeah, prime reaches in the classroom in Silver
What?
Shaky.
In the classroom?
In the classroom, man.
Mad.
Evil.
Wow, rest in peace, yeah. For real.
Terror, who used to write Alf.
Rest in peace again, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
mate, too many soldiers
Yeah,
just gone.
yeah.
Alfie, who I never really spoke to because he was in year below me, but I met him later times, which is a mad turnout.
Wow.
And so the first train I hit, I changed schools by now. I was going to school in Woodford, and the shuttle that goes from Woodford to Hainault used to be 2 carriages, and it just used to do a loop, you know, constantly going round.
Yeah.
And it used to pull up at Woodford, and our school was there. Basically, the tracks were there, and you could just jump over. The shuttle would sit there for 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, jump over, bomb it,
Yeah.
you know, and fuck off back to school, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the first sort of steal I'd hit. And in school now, met all the local writers. One of my best friends to this day, in fact, 2 of my best friends to this day, in my class, Deco and Corpa.
Deco, man, big up Deco. That is madness.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's
Didn't realise
crazy.
you guys were so young friends.
Yeah.
Friendship.
This would have been in 4th year.
That's crazy.
fourth year.
You both ended up in CBM as well.
Yeah.
And that's something.
Yeah, isn't it mad?
That is
Isn't it
mad.
mad? And he loves the West as well.
Yeah.
So I thought I've got to go yard. And I'd met Cater and whatnot, but I thought my mate Cole from school, he was writing, and we had one can of Hammerite red between us. Woodford Yard, I mean, there's a little fence, probably 6 foot high, and there was a little market. Just jump over that, you're in the yard, nothing,
Really?
no razor wire, yeah,
Wow.
piece of piss, it was just easy. But what you got to think, the first time you go, and you're actually in there, and you're looking up, because you used to be in at platform level, you know? It's like, whatever, you know, I'm the same level, but when you're in the trenches, when you're looking up, I mean, even the Central Line train, they're big.
Yeah.
You know? They're big.
Wow. Yeah.
And, yeah, me and him went there. I just said, come on, we're going. And I think we hit, like, I think there was only 3 trains in there at the time. We probably did 2 carriages up, 3 carriages up, did our tags. And he was a really shaky dude. He was really shaky, like, you know, and all right, Cole. He's actually a top hair colourist now.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Top colourist.
Yeah. Lost the shakes and everything, yeah.
No.
Really?
No,
Still got?
no. He's just a really shaky dude.
Really? Bless
But
him.
we hit it, and I remember going to Leytonstone Station with him and looking out for our trains. And even though we only hit 3, seeing them first 3 come in was just like,
Yeah.
this is rough. So, yeah, we had to keep it moving from there. You know, I think it might have been the first time he ever went yard. It might have been the last.
Seeing it coming in and thinking, wow, like, if I can do that
I'm
the
on
first
this.
time, yeah, then I'm
I'm
really
on this. Yeah, this is me. This is a bit of me. Met up with all the locals. Yeah, Kate are big impact on me.
Yeah.
You know, he was my original mentor.
Wow.
And already established. You know, he was quite a complex character. Rest in peace again.
Oh, no, rest in peace. Wow. I mean, the years are
man.
ticking on, aren't they? Like, so many fallen soldiers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. And oh God, what he taught me so much. Riding in cabs, you know, the train to pull up. Central Line train, 8 carriages. Cab every 4 carriages.
Yeah.
You know, and a gap in the middle.
Yeah.
Between the, you know, 2 drivers' cabs.
Yeah.
Bang. One of us would jump in the middle, open the inner door, and then open the other door to let man in off the platform, you know?
Really?
Yeah. So you jump in between the carriages, open that door, get in, and then open
And then you're in
the out door, and let your pal in.
Yeah.
And then you're in the cab, you're in the driver's cab in the middle of the train. You can skin up, you can, you know, do whatever the fuck you want, really, even in rush hour. And it's the way to travel. You definitely get a seat in rush hour, you know. Yeah. It's just
Wow.
what we did. And then, leading on from that, we'd be in the middle cab. We'd get to, say, Stratford, jump out. There's a big hut there, big brick hut. Jump out, make sure we had our paint. 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock, we'd just be bushwhacking. Behind this hut, rush hour, every train pulls in, bang, 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 bang.
Back jumps,
you know,
back jumps,
got
back
it.
jumps,
Yeah,
race,
yeah. Just easy.
Yeah,
you know.
I love it.
And he was a character, man. He was a proper piss taker. You know, you had to take him as you found him, you know. But I learnt a lot of him. I mean,
I love characters like that, though. You know, you only make one of them. They only make one of them, don't they?
He taught me about the detonators. You know, you had the key for the drivers' cabs. Like I said, we used to sit in, and they'd have detonators in there. They'd have all sort, maps of the depots, rolling stock. And, I mean, even before that at school, I was talking about terror. I remember him bringing detonators into school, and we'd be setting them off with a brick. Like,
What?
yeah, you put a detonator on the floor and just dash a brick on it, and this is what the trains they put on the tracks. If it's foggy or whatever, the trackmen are working. They need some notice, and they put these detonators, I don't know, 50 metres away, and bang, goes off. And
You're learning something new every day,
yeah.
Wow.
And we got hold of all of it. We even had a train key. Thought about joyriding a central line.
Really?
It didn't happen. Thank you, because I don't know how that would have turned out.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like it.
No. Serious. I mean, and we were like up for it. But,
Yeah, I didn't think anything worse of it. Just like, yeah, we'll do that.
yeah, when you're young and you're just dumb and you don't give a, flying Clark. And, oh man, honestly. So, yeah, he was proper Don.
I'm loving that you got a notepad, brother. It's made my day. It's made life so much easier in my life, man.
And mine.
Yeah.
But, so, moved to Woodford. We moved to a townhouse, yeah. I was lucky because I had the bottom floor. So I had a bedroom and a shower and a toilet. And I was sort of left alone, being the oldest. And what I used to do was, obviously no phones about then. This would have been 1989, 1988. Because I was still at school. We'd choose a yard, say Parsons, whatever, Hammersmith. Last train out of Woodford was 11:45. You better be there by 11:30, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
There's no one there. There's no
the
phone
last
to call.
train, no car.
No.
Like, once you're out all night, you're out for the night. And we go out, do our stuff. I'd get back 6:15 in the morning, 6:30. And covered in track grease and paint and crap. It's just like, it's exhausting living that life, 24/7.
I always think that.
It really is. Yeah, oh, mate,
Just a lot
honestly,
to-
waking up on trains, you've done an all-nighter. You might have done 2 in a row, 3 in a row. And you just hit the yard, get the train back, you'd fall asleep, and then you'd end up back where you started. And then it'd be rush hour.
Yeah. Be 8:30.
And we used to
everyone's-
get the 4-seaters, so we could like stretch out. And then you'd hear all this grumbling, and there'd be us urchins just covered in track grease and whatnot. Yeah, man.
It's a crazy life, isn't it? I can only imagine.
Yeah. We must have looked a bit odd.
Must have been knackered. Like,
Yeah.
7 days a week with that sort of thing. That's
Yeah. You know what? And but the mad thing is, my back window used to open, yeah. So
in your bedroom.
yeah. So what I'd do, I'd just leave it on the latch. We'd go and do the yard. I'd get home for say 6:30. My mum would leave for work at like 7:45, and he'd get up for school. Get up for school. I'm going to work. I'm like, I've had half an hour's sleep. Like, I'm just, and many times there were folk under my bed. I just said, just smuggle them in. I'd just crash out, throw them a pillow and a duvet, just crash under my bed,
Really?
Yeah.
Madness. Wow. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, crazy. The amount of time she came back and I was still asleep. Because it does, you know,
Yeah,
living that 24/7. You know, you're either out there.
But she didn't have an inkling at all that you were on it like that, like you were
Well,
out.
my room was absolutely
Yeah.
battered. You know, yeah, of course.
Incredible.
But
Lifestyle shit.
oh man, yeah, but you don't. At that age, you think you're untouchable, innit? So oh my God, so fences were 4 foot high. You know, out in the yard. It's like in a pit. And I'm sure you've heard this loads of times, but yeah, there's a little fence to get over.
Yeah.
A field with all cows in it.
Yeah.
Someone actually bombed the cows one time. But I can't speak ill of the dead, so I'm going to say nothing.
That's hilarious. Wow. I've not heard that
Yeah,
before.
I know,
That is a new one.
Bombing a cow. And there was actually a phantom horse slasher at the same time. Yeah. Someone was slashing horses, man.
What?
Nothing to do with any of us.
No.
Yeah, but
I heard about this.
in
This was a
Loughton, that
particular
was-
time, I remember that.
Yeah, you sick.
Yeah. Sickos. Wow. So I'm getting a kind of gauge of when the era was you're talking about. Now.
This would have been like 88,
Yeah.
89.
That's that's crazy how I remember this. Remember
And
this period.
I mean, slashing a horse up. I mean,
What is that about? Mad.
but it was just the easiest yard. I used to climb the floodlights and just scope it out. And there's 11 trains there. And I'd climb all the way to the top. I actually took some photos as well, like from the top. Action shots as well.
Nice. Wow.
BTP got all the photos.
Wow.
Oh, it's just a wounder.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I mean,
Fucking sucks.
I'm sure I could have gotten back if I'd really bothered.
We definitely have the biggest archive of graffiti on the fucking
Oh,
planet.
mate, honestly,
It's
it
up there.
just went mad. So, I'm not even going to look at these notes. I'm going to freestyle it.
Hey, here we go.
So,
Stabilizers are off. We're cycling down this
yeah,
fucking hill.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Woodford was a hub. It was a massive hub because you had Woodford Yard. Hainault was 4 stops away on the shuttle. You had, so you had Hainault, Woodford and Loughton all within. You could do them all in a night. And then Barking was a bus ride away. None of us were driving, you know. And, I mean, once you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
You know, Barking is a long way from Woodford, but on the bus, it's all right. So you could hit 3 lines in one night easily. You know, you hit the centrals. You could do Hainault and Loughton, maybe hit 30 trains, and go to Barking, get the districts and the little Mets. You know, sweet, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a really good hub.
I always find it interesting the whole idea of hitting all those different lines and knowing the get-ons, knowing, or maybe it is a little bit more self-explanatory when you're in the matrix, but from the outside looking in, it's like, you guys make it sound so easy. It's just not. It doesn't appear to be that straightforward.
It was easy.
Yeah?
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, back then.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I went yard with my mate Carl, you know, you're in there, and then the trains tick over, and it's like the brrrr. It's like,
But you
maybe
don't
the
forget
second
noise.
time, when they turn over, you know, just the engines.
Wow.
You like
Yeah.
after a couple of times, you get used to it, and you know, it's not that much of a biggie.
I wonder why he was shaking all the time. Jeez.
Yeah, I probably didn't help, man. Oh god. Big up Carl, mate.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
Not the writer Carl, but
The feeling, though.
Age, he wrote. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Pure adrenaline.
Yeah.
And you can smell the yard, you know, track breeze, and you can feel the electric. You know, you can feel the electricity.
Really.
And so that we had good little crew around in Woodford, Drop One, Daub, Ebbs, Corpa, SR1, Elate. Oh God, enough heads. Bragg One.
Nice. Man, there's
Dave.
some names being dropped here.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
yeah,
We'll pick them up later. Keep them
And,
coming.
Folk used to, I think they used to come down and test us because they thought we were bumpkins.
Really?
You know, yeah,
Really?
yeah. So you get CMS passing through, and never took a, you know what? Never took a liberty. They look like fucking Rufus to me at 15,
Right,
14.
okay.
You know, side one was about 6'2".
Wow.
You're like, well, these are proper fucking big geezers. You know?
Yeah.
But they never took a liberty. They were totally cool. Totally cool. I mean, most of them not giving up by 89.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
Stop, Funbox,
Yeah.
Yes I,
Yeah.
Side One, Little Ellis came back round a bit later. Fuji, Fabs,
All these East
All
London
them lot,
names.
yeah,
Fucking
man.
great, man.
yeah.
Big up Yes
yeah,
I, big up
yeah.
Fuji. They've been on podcasts.
None of them took a liberty. All good lads, all really nice folk.
Fantastic.
But then YDS came on. Obviously, they were on the scene already. Grand, Chain,
Yep.
all them lot.
Crazy.
The only really bad turnouts were a couple of them YDS lot. Shaw and Crime. Wrong uns, mate.
Yeah.
Wrong uns, yeah. They were bullying people because they were like 3 years old, sorry. We were 3 years younger than them.
Right.
And, yeah, they were, one of my pals, they used to send him out shoplifting. You know, this geezer was a bit of a wrong un. He used to send my mate out shoplifting to get him special brew.
Really?
And, yeah, proper bullies. And, their thing was, I think, humiliation.
Oh, right.
You know, I'd heard of them making people take their trainers off, throw them onto tracks,
What?
having to walk home with no shoes on. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Just horrible
Yeah.
cunts. So, Chrome 307 and Shaw.
Right.
And, yeah, one time, Chain came down, and I was with Bragg One. Dave's showing me his photos, yeah?
Yeah.
Just got them developed. Chain's come along. So, oh, fuck, you know, what's this geezer doing? And then he just pulled out this waggly bread knife. Like, not like a proper nut, some waggly fucking bread knife, mate. And he's held up my mate for his photos.
What?
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. Prick.
Wow.
Prick. Anyway, what goes around comes around. But, yeah, they were a bit nasty, man. They got run out of town in the end. But, Chrome and Shaw, they weren't very nice. And,
Kills the vibe, doesn't
they
it?
like to humiliate people.
Kills the vibe, doesn't it? That's a shame that you went through that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we were kids. They were like 3 years older than us.
Yeah.
They were more grown men, you know.
Yeah.
But, so, I was down at Three Corners one day with Daub, you know.
Yeah.
I think I went to
legendary
look at the
Three Corners.
snatch. Yeah, the snatch piece. And I was like, wow, you know, really fucking good for that. Chiba Wizards and all that for that time. And I was with Daub, I know that much. I can't remember if I was with anyone else. Shaw and Chrome come bowling in. And you can't go anywhere, you know. It's just like one entrance,
in, one out,
one
yeah.
exit. Yeah.
Like the pit was.
Yeah. And they come up to, I had these Deodora trainers. Take your trainers off. what? Take your trainers off. Nah, mate. I thought, you know what? I can't fight, you know. I just thought, this ain't happening, you know. So I've just fucking steamed into them and just started fucking pacing them up. And they soon fucking, they moved, you know. And I was, do you know what I felt like? Afterwards, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know.
Wow.
And Daub was like, he kept quiet throughout it all, you know. But, yeah,
that must
that
have
was
been
a
really
learning
nerving,
lesson.
brother.
Yeah,
It
that
must
was a
have-
lesson, man.
Yeah.
That was a lesson.
So how old were you at that time?
I'd have been about 15.
Well, so you was young and still. Well, they must have been 18,
yeah,
19
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Bullies, man.
Wow.
Bullies. And,
Different era there. Boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, after the Waggly Bread Knife episodes, well, Chain, yeah, I mean, he robbed a couple of my mates.
Did he?
But, yeah.
You hear
Poor
stories.
Note, man. Note went to New York, got this lovely goose, lent it, lovely goose, proper, lent it to his mate, and fucking you let Chain sting him for it.
No.
It's just like, oh God, you know. And in the end, a writer from Wanstead, one of our boys, but he was same age as us, but you know, one of them dudes that has a beard when they're like 14.
Yeah.
And they're just
I know that.
massive.
Yeah.
Chain came down one day for a bottle, and my man just ran him out of town. I don't think he ever came back.
Really?
But yeah. So sorry, Chain.
Mad stories.
Yeah. What else you got? Oh my God.
Back to the notes.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
Archives.
Okay, so train jams.
Nice.
Went to a few. First one, Cater took me. We met at, I think it was Charing Cross or Tottenham Court Road, and it was a TKS jobby. And I remember going to the bottom of the escalator. It's just me and Chris, and Tube, Diet, a few others were there, and Tube said, Kate, like, oh, you're biting my throat, mate. You're biting my throat. And he's just like, bang, jabbed him in the face. Nothing major. And next thing, Chris is in TKS. You know, and Tube was TKS. Yeah.
Wow.
Funny how things work out.
That is, isn't it?
And that was the first train jam, and that was just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, 50 heads just battering it.
Wow.
Yeah,
God, imagine
mad
that.
times.
Yeah.
Ghetto blaster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Tunes blazing, just everyone just going for it. No cameras
Fucking
really.
great.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Train jams.
Train jams. I went to another. I'll get to that one. So yeah. And our diet back then, it'd consist of Rocky, an 8 for Rocky, Super Tenants, and whatever we could steal out of 7-Eleven. You know, I mean, yeah, turkey and ham. They used to do these big baps. I know all the old school heads will know what I'm talking about. Big baps like that.
Yeah.
They keep you going, man.
Yeah,
You
that's the
need
thing.
that fuel, you know?
It's actually unfathomable how simple yet hard a graph career, a graph artist lifestyle is. Because in many respects, it really is a case of day by day, hour by hour, work your way through the day. You know, it's this kind of military operation.
Oh, you just out racking all day.
Yeah.
Bit of kip. And then you're on to the next one, you know. But you do that for 2 years on the trot, every night, every day. It does.
Yeah.
Even though you're a kid, so you don't really feel it. But looking back on it now, it's like...
It has its own impact.
How did
doesn't
I...
it?
Yeah, even for 2 or 3 years, how did I, manage that? So,
It's full on. And you can see it in the eyes of people, you know, particularly the mid-30s guys who are kind of just tapering off the regularity of it, and they're trying to find some semblance of normality. You can see they're ever so slightly. You can see the burn.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
you?
Oh, it's brutal. You know, it's brutal, but, you know, graffiti owes me money, as people always say.
Yeah.
You don't do it for the money, do you? You know? It's,
Maybe graffiti owes me time. Maybe that's the real.
I wouldn't change it, but yeah. So, bit more about Kaya.
Yeah.
Because he was, you know, my mentor. Best thief ever.
Really?
Yeah. Biggest piss taker.
Really?
Ever. Liberty taker.
Give us the craziest racking story you got with you.
Oh, God. Craziest racking story. Well, I've got a couple. One of him, it was when Nintendos had first come out, and there was a shop in Gants Hill that sold them. I think it was a Jewish shop, yeah? Not that makes any difference. But, and he's gone in there, and they've got this little stool that they stand up on to stock it up. My man sort of manoeuvred the stool over, put it up, stood up, grabbed a Nintendo, and he used to have this goose jacket, yeah, that had holes in the pockets, so your hands would come out from underneath.
Yeah.
And he'd just be like...
Stop it.
Yeah. And we had our own language and everything. You know, we had our own backslang.
Ingenuity.
Yeah. We
How
had
can
our
a
own...
man steal a Nintendo? That's how you steal a Nintendo.
Yeah, no, he smashed it. But I think the best one ever was had to be me and Note. We went to, I think it was a home base, and we got hold of this wheelchair. I said, just get in the chair, man. Put a blanket over your legs. And go in there. We'll just fucking fill up.
I want that one.
Yeah. I want them ones. Yeah. And that was quite a mad one. You know, got away with it, obviously.
Getting away with it's half the fun. I mean, that in itself is you know, bragging rights of how you even got the stuff. Just having a laugh on a wheelchair.
Exactly, yeah. I mean,
you can't write that. That's
it's freestyle, man. It was.
And by the way, don't try this stuff at home. This is strictly, you know, conversations, good little stories that we have. You know, it isn't true. It's just a fictional idea, and we share these indulgences in our own way. Yeah.
That's right. So we do a 12 till 4 shift on a Sunday at Loughton. Have a barbecue in the yard.
Yeah.
For
I've
real.
heard stories about this.
For real.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So it really went down like that.
Yeah.
Barbecues
it was just
out.
fucking eat, bro. Honestly, some of the stuff I did, I'm not too proud of, because we'd piece a train, sail on an all-nighter, and get fire extinguisher and just fucking smash about 3 trains up.
So that your train will run.
Yeah. Just putting fire extinguishers through the windows. You know, there's no security, nothing. You know.
So no guards or anything.
No, nothing. They came around about 1992.
Talk to me about RCS. How'd you get into RCS?
So I'd already been writing a couple of years. I was originally putting up AWE. Big up Urge, big up
Absolutely.
all them boys.
Absolutely. Keen, we still need you on here, buddy. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, Kay. You know, we had our own little cruise going on. Bubble Busters, me and my mate, KDU, Knights of the Underground.
Nice.
Underground Urchins. But, and we were sticking up AWE. But I'd always remembered RCS from my Islington days, going back there. And it was all WD, RCS, you know. And I thought, I want to be in either one of these crews, you know. And, got hooked up, met up with Mace. He was like, yeah, man, you're in if you want to.
Wow.
Me and Note joined up. Rest in peace, another one.
Another one. Rest in peace.
And yeah, just went all out, you know. But
Yeah.
there's so many. I've got so many stories. I mean, one time doing Farringdon, we bumped into Cherish and all that in there. No phones in them days.
No.
We pieced the yard. We've come out. Great Portland Street Station now. Got away with it. So we think. There was Fame, Event, Cater, me.
Wow.
A few other. Fabs was there. God, my memory's not where it was. Anyway, so yeah, Fame and another old school rider that come out of retirement begins with an R. I can't remember his name, but they were older than us. They sat away. Cherish was there, and next thing, our trains pulled in. So
Yeah,
I think
cameras
it was
up, yeah.
Cherish
Yeah.
started snapping off photos of our, it's just pulled in. Our train still hasn't come. We want to get out there.
Yeah.
Fame's sitting on his own at the end of the station.
Yeah.
And he was a lot older than us as well, sensible. BTP come flooding down the stairs. About 6 of them. I've looked round. Cherish picks up his bag, straight down the tunnel, that Great Portland Street. Yeah. So first train, he's followed it, straight down the tunnel, his bags, everything, pitch black. Fucking lunatic.
Wow.
He's run all the way through. He's gone from Great Portland Street, I think it's Euston Square is the next stop. I'm not sure.
So he's run all the way
King's
through
Cross.
that?
Yeah. Got to Euston Square, whatever the next stop is. BCP on the station. He's carried on running. He's just carried on running through the tracks. And he's gone through to King's Cross. Managed to get out.
With
got
no
away.
trains going past or anything?
No, they stopped the trains. They turned all the lights on in the tunnels. Yeah, my man got away. Big up Cherish.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably the gnarliest thing I've
Yeah.
seen. But I mean,
That is raggo.
yeah, naughty, nutcase. I wish I'd gone with him. I got nicked, me, Kate got nicked.
Wow.
Fab's got away. Fab's actually ran through the police. But Fame got away because he was sensible, sat away from us, idiots. And, oh man, honestly, I think we're going to have to do a 2-parter.
This is crazy.
Something that Thor brought up, I just saw a clip of yours the other day, and Thor was mentioning something about RCS and a gun. And, I can clear that up. So,
Nice.
No. Don't ask me how, but he got hold of this blank firing Desert Eagle, like big old gun,
Whoa.
big old gun. And we used to, South Woodford, there's a halls of residence for the students at Mile End, Queen Mary's College. But the halls of residence was in South Woodford. And we always used to take acid in there and trip in there. Because it was easy to just walk in, pretend you're students, and raid their fridges, just take loads of acid, watch the wall.
Wow.
And so one night we're all in there, me and we got to do a dub because if you go straight up, the track's on alongside it. So we were going to dub the wall, that runs alongside.
Yeah.
And it must have come on top because we've heard sirens and that. Just pulled out this Desert Eagle blank firer and fired it at the police, man.
What?
Yeah. Not that it, we wouldn't have done anything, but it made a fucking bang. And I just saw that clip the other day. Thor saying something about. Yeah, and that's what happened. So
That is insane.
Oh, it is.
So what happened after that when he fired it?
We got over tracks.
Yeah.
It just fucked off and we're all right. But,
This folklore was
yeah,
real, right?
it happened, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just so many scrapes that you inherently become involved in just through partaking and having to be at the wrong place or the right place at the wrong time. You know, it always intrigues me that this
Especially being on acid as well, seeing something like that. It's
Oh, man.
a bit fucking crazy, you know.
Yeah. It's the last thing you wanted to see is a desert eagle being pulled down.
But, there's mad things that I remember. Like I actually climbed down into Farringdon one time, because there's a little overhang that you could look over.
Yeah.
And you could see the yard, you could scope it out. And I had to get in touch with Doze, and I said, have you ever heard of anyone doing this? Because I'm sure I did it. I wasn't sure if I was imagining it. I climbed down from the thing on the wires, you know? It probably wasn't that high. It's probably 40 foot, 50 foot.
Yeah.
Didn't think nothing of it, but I was like, did I really do that? Looking back on it. And I got in touch with Doze. He said, yeah, Robbo did the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and climbed down that way. And it was good to get some... I thought I was imagining it, but no, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit risque.
Yeah, it is a bit risky.
But, oh, man.
Things you do, life-risking stuff.
But you don't care because you're a kid, you know? It's nothing at the time.
But you've been bagged a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah.
It kind of does
We got bagged
cool you
for
down
the
a bit.
Farringdon at Great Portland Street. I think we got weighed off for 3 months. Holiday Bay, they called. Oh, my mate Piers was there as well, another one.
Yeah, rest in
Rest
peace.
in peace, Piers. Izzy 123. He was there that day, that night, that morning. Yeah, he got nicked as well. Me and him and Kate got banged up. And, oh man, I got bagged. Got bagged for that. And then when the security, about 92, security came in. Cheers to the IRA and the rest. But yeah. And, we noticed them doing their patrols and stuff. We were still hitting yards. I was more raving, racing, 91.
Too cold.
I was bombing, but I was, weekends, on it, fucking telepathy, Marshgate Lane,
Come on.
or freezing all night in a yard.
Yeah.
Fingers stuck to a nozzle.
Balancing out the
but,
product there, I get you.
keep it for the weekdays,
Yeah.
But, so, we were in the yard, and the security guard, we actually used to talk to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'd just come in. And I think they used to do like half-hour patrols. So we timed it. Anyway, we've gone in, bombing it up. And Chris is like, it's on top. So we've run. Instead of going up the hill and towards the fields, we've gone towards the station. And it was just panic stations, and I've just followed him. And we got out, we got to the cab station at Loughton. And we're fucking emptying all this paint. Like, we're sitting on the seat, we've ordered a cab. And we lifted up, luckily it lifted up. We put all our paint under the seat in the cab office.
Wow.
And, we said, can we get a cab to Woodford, mate? Next thing, the security guards turned up, Rads had turned up, bang, bagged. It was me, Kate, and Bragg one. And we ended up in Epping Magistrates Court, when they still had a Magistrates Court there, and a police station, all long since gone.
Yeah.
And we went not guilty, because they'd seen us in the yard, but we weren't painting. So they'd seen us, they just did us with trespassing.
Nice. Wow.
But it's all intel, so they know who you are, But
Yeah, that's right. At the end of the day.
I've got so much more to give, but I know we ain't got long left. We might have to do a part 2,
Yeah, we'll do a part 2. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I've got a lot more to give.
We must do a part 2.
Yeah.
Before going, you said something before we started recording regarding a judge that was fresh out the traps, and that he did the kind of whole Banksy effect had come into play. We've seen a lot of the street art suddenly emerge, and for its time you were being done for conspiracy, right? I guess that in itself is a good, parting of part 1 to part 2 to kind of, because that really was a moment of change, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, this would have been 2013.
Which is a bit of a fast forward from what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is why I got loads in between.
Well, we'll get into that on part 2. Fuck
yeah. But so basically, me and Vince were being a bit silly. We were just going out and just smashing it, just being vandals. I got hold of some of them ultra wides, and I thought, at Woodford there's a layup where the trains pull up for 10 minutes before they go into the yard. I thought, I'll be able to do a dub, just these ultra wides, do a massive tag and just outline it.
Yeah.
One of the worst things I've ever done, man. It was awful. It was awful. It was
creative though.
Shit, but there. Yeah, well, I gave it a go, but it won't. I must be the only writer who's dogged. I have 30 pieces that I finished. I would have dogged about 80.
Really?
I used to start pieces. This is shit.
Well, you just don't like it, or you
No,
get
I
bored.
just used to dog them. Yeah, I just used to,
Just never
I don't know if I
satisfied.
put myself down, or I was just didn't think I was that good, or I just used to get frustrated. Funny thing is, I haven't seen any photos of any of that because I just used to just toy my own pieces off. Not toy them off, but I just dog them out, myself. It's just like, oh god, yeah. I mean, I wasn't the best piece stars and all that bomber, but I've done a bit.
Aggressive, total aggressiveness to the like that's how I think of Fret. It's aggression, that drive, the kind of heart and soul of what London Graph is really about.
Bless you, my man. I like that.
But we've got part 2. We got part 2 on the
yeah,
way. Yeah, I
time
love
to
it. So we're just getting started, all right?
Yeah.
My brother, Fret, and a good friend as well. I love you, Fret.
Yeah, I love you
Love
too,
you, my
man.
brother. We're
Big
gonna
up yourself, mate.
go and have a little wander in a couple of pubs now.
Yeah.
Killa Kela podcast part 1 done. Fret in place, RCS, CBM, hold tight CBMers. Sharing's caring. Tell a friend to tell a friend. More to come, all right? Don't talk to anyone I wouldn't. Stay lucky.
That's right.
Peace. Yeah, all right. We've got part 2 coming.
Oh.